So the moment is finally here. We're about to give you guys the question that we've gotten so many times. How do you remove yacht armor, and does it leave any glue residue? So behind me we have a 2008 Boston Whaler, which we first applied yacht armor when we first started the company. So this thing has been cooking in the salt and the sun, lobstering, fishing, you name it, we've been doing it. So today I'm gonna show you the process on what that's like. So first step is gonna be to have the product actually heated up. You don't want to have it cold in the AC. You want to have the product actually release itself from the surface. And once it's actually heated, you can start removing it, pulling it away from itself. And then after you're done removing it, probably this boat's only going to take an hour or two. Once it's removed, you're left with a perfectly clean surface like you started when you applied it. The product has a tensile strength, so that means when you pull it apart, it's not gonna just rip or break apart. So when we start at the front or the back, we're gonna come off in one full piece. We're not gonna be there like vinyl, scraping each little piece off one by one and then, soaking the whole thing down to try to get glue removal. We wanna make this as easy as possible. So heating it up is important, and then pulling it off in one full sheet is also super beneficial, so you guys aren't gonna be sitting there trying to get piece after piece off the boat. So something that goes hand in hand with removal is repairability. What happens if you hit a dock? You can actually remove and cut out sections. So say on the midship of this Whaler we have some damage, we can go a foot past it on each side, make a nice straight cut, and then put a nice piece over the top and then butt seam it in to where you won't see it. So after we get majority of the product off the boat, you're not gonna be left with sheets of glue residue. You might get spots here or there, which is fine, but you're not gonna have total coverage of glue to where you're gonna have to sit there with a razor blade or xylene or some adhesive remover and try to get this glue off for hours on hand. So when you're removing the product, oftentimes we put flat vinyl underneath the yacht armor. So this is something that might need to be replaced when you remove it because the vinyl may come off if it's older vinyl. Potentially you might have to replace your vinyl decals or not, depending on what condition they were before we actually covered them with the yacht armor. So the last thing I want to touch on is removing yacht armor from a painted surface, like an outboard cowling. So when removing from a painted surface, you just want to be precautionary and making sure you heat it, you don't have like cold spots on the film, and make sure that you're careful in if the paint wasn't applied correctly, or sometimes factory paint is sprayed by robots, you don't want to peel paint. It is potentially possible, and certified installers let you know that in advance, but just make sure you guys are being careful when you're removing it from painted surfaces, just because it's not as hard bonded like gel coat. So I hope this helped answer our most popular question that we get. If you were on the fence about yacht armor, now you have no worries. If you're looking to get the product, check us out at getyachtarmor.com. Smash that installer locator and find an installer near you.